Hi, my name is Adam, and I've got another confession to make. I've never actually seen Demolition Man. Let's fix that.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, that's the end of Demolition Man. I'm gonna review it, but not here. Welcome back to HMP. My name is Adam, and I had to do it Taco Bell in hand because it is a restaurant of the future. All restaurants will be Taco Bell, but in the same way, aren't they kind of all like the Yum Corporation or something like that? So, wish come true, I guess. Whatever. We're going to get to Demolition Man, don't you worry. But I got a little hack for you because here's the thing. There are far too many people out there going, oh my God, fast food is still so expensive, blah, blah, blah. Even Taco Bell's expensive. No, it's not. You're just ordering the wrong crap, all right? You're in there, you want all the new fancy stuff and everything. No, that's not the way you go. You got to go down to the cravings menu. And I know what you're thinking, Adam, the cravings menu is full of garbage. Wrong, wrong, wrong. The cravings menu has the most underrated item in all of Taco Bell. I don't even like giving you any of this information because I feel like if people start buying this, Taco Bell's gonna be like, whoa, we've been selling this for how much? No, we're not doing that. So let's start it off with the MVP of value from Taco Bell. This is the beef nachos. This is unbelievably good. Look at this. Look at this. That is a crap load of chips. There is chips. We'll call it beef. Refried beans, some sort of guac-esque thing. I don't know that I'd call it guacamole, but it's that esque. You got some sour cream, your cheese sauce here. But what would you pay for this? It's $2.50 for this. For this. We'll get to the other item in a minute, but this thing is fantastic. You throw a little fire sauce on here, and yes, fire sauce is the only acceptable answer. Somebody out there is going,
but you gotta put Diablo sauce on it.
Listen, I can handle the Diablo sauce. It's not the heat that's the problem, it's the taste. The Diablo sauce is kind of like, not so much with that one. Fire sauce has the best taste to, hotness ratio and everything, so it's the one to go with. This isn't gonna be a mukbang video. I'm not gonna make you watch this, but I gotta eat this shit because it's getting cold. Just buy it and try it and rate it 1 through 10. That is under $3 for this whole thing. It's crazy. Buy your taco sheets in the YouTube store. I need money. Holy crap, this is good. You can't put jalapenos on this for like 75 cents or something like that. Like a sixth of the price for it just to add some jalapenos on. Get the hot sauce. The hot sauce free. I think all Taco Bell should be eaten in a car because it's got a time limit on it, The second it's out and ready, it is like it's ticking down. It's a race against the clock for it to just get. Can you tell I've been saving this meal for all day? Oof. It's so much food. Hot sauce down. Now I know what you're thinking, Adam. You didn't get a drink. What gives? That's right. You got Baja Blast at home, baby. And I got news for you. This actually tastes better than the actual fountains because they never change those things, and all you nerds just keep ordering it. So. They just they're using the bottom of the barrel of every single one of those bibs. I can almost promise you. Here we go. I couldn't find the zero version of this, and I might be able to see through time now. They must have thought I was extra handsome because that was filled to the gill. Like again, best value around. All right, I saved this one for last, not because it's like the best one or anything. In fact, it's not as good, but you got to eat the chips quickly because they'll get soggiest and everything. This little guy will last in its wrapper for a little bit, but this is, again, I don't think anyone really puts any thought into this one. You'll see it in the menu and your thought's going to be, nope. Why would I get that? That sounds like crap. There's no meat in this thing, and you're telling me that this is good? Real ones know the spicy potato taco is where it is at. I'm telling you, this is the most underrated item, and it's $1.30. $1.30 for this thing. It's a pretty big boy. It's got enough on it. Now, your results may vary depending upon how good your Taco Bell is at keeping those potatoes decent and everything. But if and they do, holy crap, it is really good. Just you don't even necessarily need any extra hot sauce on it because the actual, believe it or not, sauce they put on it is actually, you know, decent for that and everything. But a little hotter for me is fine. This is the Rudy of Taco Bell. I mean, it's, you know, it's not the best in the world, but damn it, it's trying its ass off. Fantastic. And I'm a guy that likes meat, you know? And the fact that it's got enough spice in it to where you don't go like, oh, I'm missing something. The spice makes up for the lack of actual beef and stuff, so damn good. Watch out. It seems Baja Blast just intensifies heat for some reason. What is that?
Simon Phoenix, you're under arrest.
Is it cold in here, or is it just me?
Demolition Man came out in 1993, and let's be honest, you know, you're not doing better than Jurassic Park, though, in 1993, man. 1993 had a lot of bangers in it. Unfortunately, I was 11 years old, so I had good parents, and they were smart enough not to bring an 11-year-old to go see Demolition Man. And I'm going to be honest with you, it got to the point where this was, you know, the time when Sylvester Stallone's career is just starting to take off just after his lull and everything. He was begging to be on Cliffhanger, and this would come out in 93 as well. So this was kind of his rage right back up to the top here and everything. And, you know, Wesley Snipes was, you know, this is the height of Wesley Snipes era and everything. I know a lot of people will think Blade, and that's a different kind of level of Wesley Snipes. But 1993 Wesley Snipes, a little bit different story here and everything. You know, your white man can't jump era Wesley Snipes is a lot different. And I like that guy a whole bunch and stuff. But I'd never actually seen this movie, not all the way through. I'd seen parts and pieces on television here and there. I knew the plot, I knew everything about it going into it, but it was one of those things that feels like you've seen all the pieces of the puzzle, but you've never seen them all put together at the exact same time. That was me for this. I knew the seashells meme, everything else, and I think one of the reasons that I was kind of put off a little bit about this movie back in the day was I had not obviously seen it at this point, but we went to the Planet Hollywood in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I think this was the same for a lot of Planet Hollywoods and stuff. There was a giant, you know, the puck in this movie where Sylvester Stallone is suspended in naked animation and everything. They had that like hanging up really high and everything. And you just look up and you'd be like, you know, having a hamburger going, oh, that's Stallone's butt right there. Which is something that's very cool that you find here on the Arrow exclusive DVD features and everything. It's hilarious because Stallone was being Stallone, you know, in all of his glory and saying, listen, I don't have time to be in a body mold and everything. And they're like, well, what are we supposed to do? We need to have somebody that looks exactly like you. So they got a guy who was about Stallone's build and everything. They did the body mold on him. And then they sculpted everything to look exactly like Stallone. It's unbelievable that they didn't do an actual kind of, you know, proper cast and everything. They just looked at it and modeled him fantastically. If anything, Sylvester Stallone knows those guys an extra bonus because they made him look pretty damn awesome in that and stuff. But if I were them, I would have just been like, all right, let's see where we can cut some corners, if you know what I mean. Wesley Snipes is just eating up the scenery here. I absolutely love it. He is just kind of this maniacal, almost Joker-type character and everything, which after he gets frozen in carbonite, more or less, instead of feeding him all of the good memories and like, you know, here's how to sew and whatnot, they had someone behind the scenes was feeding him all of the bad information and all the criminal stuff and all of history and uploading that to his brain. So when he gets unthawed in the future, he becomes this unstoppable force because he knows everything. And it's beyond silly, but it's 1993. So you kind of go along with it. It's Sylvester Stallone. He's being a badass. You just kind of go with it. I like this movie because it's kind of very much about a place and time and everything, being this 1993, the 80s are over, the 90s are starting to come in, and the 80s were like, you know, rough and tumble and all that kind of good stuff, crazy action movies, guys like Stallone. And the 90s were a little bit more, well, let's be honest, gay. That's what they were afraid of. They were like, oh no, everything's going to get just kind of wussified and the action hero doesn't, you know, exist anymore. We had the last action hero in 1993, for heaven's sake.
Let's go blow this guy.
Away. Blow this guy away.
Whatever.
So what if we sent our guys that were like, the big macho guys of today, send them into that, light and namby-pamby future there and everything, where they can't say any bad words, no one has a gun because there's no crime, and there's no crime because everybody's just a docile little creature. And what happens when in that future, somebody has been feeding a criminal all the bad information that you possibly could about every kind of killer and psychopath throughout the entire world history and everything, jammed it into this guy's brain and unthawed him on the world. For what reason? Who's to say? Whatever, it's a 90s movie, you just kind of roll with it. So of course, when you've got the most evil criminal, you can't get any of the namby-pamby guys from the future. They just slap fight him, which is also great seeing Benjamin Bratt, who, would later go on to be a, kind of a tough guy and stuff. Not a super, super tough guy, but certainly a much tougher guy than he's playing here, which is kind of soft and everything. And by the end, he's all gruff and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. Which, speaking of fun, this movie is a comedy, but from all the accounts, especially what you see here on all the Arrow DVD extras and everything, it seemed like Stallone was the only one who really didn't know. Now, some people are going to say, oh no, listen, he's got good enough timing and we know all this. Do you know what editing is, my friends? Do you know what editing is? Do you? Everybody in this movie is kind of in their killing it era here and everything, and Sandra Bullock is along with Sly and Wesley Snipes in this era because she is just absolutely killing it.
What I wouldn't give for some action.
This is right around your speed time. 1993, she's like 2-3 different things. It's bananas. So she's really killing it at this point, and I love the 90s eyebrows. God bless it. It's so great. She's kind of a sweet, dumb. It's really nice that this kind of future has made everybody really kind of stupid and almost thank God it's at least an innocent kind of stupid. We got Dennis Leary playing Jeremiah Johnson. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not a huge Dennis Leary fan. This is maybe my favorite Dennis Leary performance ever. It's understated. It feels like he's not trying to be Dennis Leary, or Bill Hicks for that matter. It's pretty damn good. I didn't watch any of the firefighter stuff. I hear it's all great, whatever. But in this one, I was really shocked. I was thinking he was going to be the hammy one and everything like that. And we don't even get any ham from Jesse Ventura, who has 0 lines in it. I think unless you count as a line, which I don't think I do. Gene Shaddix is in this movie, and you know him from like Beetlejuice and any other time that they need a fat gay man to wear a kimono around and stuff like that. That guy is amazing in everything he does because that's who he is. That's who we got the guy. Rob Schneider is in it. I like Rob Schneider enough, but like this is not the role for him. He's in it for just, a couple of seconds. He's got a couple of funny lines and like silly Rob Schneider-y delivery and whatnot, but unfortunately for him, there's not enough to grasp onto with that character. But I'm sure that's one of those where they're like, oh yeah, and the special features we got, not in this, they don't actually have that, but I would think they would be like, yeah, we shot a lot of really hardcore stuff with Snyder, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was, even for rated R audiences, they were not gonna let that fly. This movie was directed by, let me look at this correctly, Marco Bambilia. The only thing he'd done just before this was he directed that CNC Music Factory video, He did that, and then he did Kanye West Power after this movie. I'm not going to sing Kanye West, don't worry. Arrow did a great job with the transfer. This thing looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic. All the special features are really good. I didn't get them. They have 2 commentaries, I think are brand new commentaries actually. So a lot of good stuff in this. And like I said, I can't compare it to, previous DVDs, having never really seen them in anything before. But everything that you would suspect this would be, you definitely get it from the guys there at Arrow. You've got all your special packaging and everything like that. It's all really, really great. I think I probably would have liked a steelbook overall, but it's fine. It's fine for what it is. I really like it. It's going to look good there on the shelf and whatnot because it's a decent enough product. Again, you can't go wrong with Arrow Video. These guys put out amazing sets at amazingly decent prices and everything. So that's my review of Demolition Man and my Taco Bellin' on a budget for you, under $5, and I am full. I'm going to sleep right now, right after this. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. What did you do all night? I just ate Taco Bell and talked about Demolition Man,